Hello, world. Nice to be with you. And we are in a room in Vienna. Woo! Welcome to our second Lugar Raffle. And if you're just joining us on Facebook or YouTube and have no idea what Lugar is, but you saw that we were going live, welcome. Lugar is a resort in Costa Rica that we are building in communion with the land. And this has been a labor of love for the past 7 years. And in the last 2 years, we've started construction. And because we're doing it so differently, it's very interesting because we have native animals that live on one side of the river and the construction is occurring on the other side. And the far side of the river is basically nature reserve. It butts right up against the park, a national park in Costa Rica. And so the animals from that side come over to the construction site. Okay, when have you ever seen an animal come to a construction site? Okay, but we have all these wild animals that come and they're like, hey, what are you guys doing? Because we're creating in communion with the land. And one of our mandates with this beautiful place in Costa Rica was that no tree will be cut down. Because we figured nature knew what it was doing when it created itself. And so we are honoring that. And one other thing that we're doing is, well, several things. We are building, we're not taking off 3 meters or 10 feet of topsoil and then building concrete foundations. What we chose to do was build on pylons, which go down into the ground so we don't have to take away any of the topsoil. And it has been so successful that now other companies in Costa Rica are looking to do that, even though when we chose to do it, they said, you can't do this. I don't know how you guys are wired, but when somebody tells me you can't do this, I'm gonna find a way, okay? And that is exactly what we have done. And I would like to also thank everybody who's been involved in this project. And there are hundreds of people that have been involved in this project. But I'd especially like to thank Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, who had the vision for this, but also the demand that it be created in communion with nature. One of the other things that we're doing is we are heating the water by pulling the heat out of the air. And you go, what? That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? And we are also, and it's so interesting, the technology that we found to support this. And one of the awarenesses that we've had as we've gone along this is that if we're willing, we can have technology support communion with the earth. They don't have to be separate. And one of the definitions we have of consciousness is where everything exists and nothing is judged. So if you don't judge it, you can receive from it and see what contribution it can be to you. So I am very excited because we are having 3 prizes given away in today's raffle. And if you don't know about the raffle, one of the interesting parts about this has been actually funding the place because we're building it so differently. In fact, we're building it so differently in that we have many of the casitas built, the little places you get to stay, and big places you get to stay. And we've also done all of the landscaping already. You can't even tell it's a construction zone. We've got furniture in all of those casitas. In other words, we're ready, and the bank went, hey, you guys are doing this in such a weird way, you don't match our spreadsheet, so we're gonna hold back the money because we don't understand what you're doing. And we're like, dude, we're doing it in a way that actually works greater. So as a way of creating a way that everybody could receive from this place and contribute to it, we created this raffle where for $100, number one, everybody wins, okay? Because I will be gifting something called an ESC, an energetic synthesis of communion, which I think is highly appropriate given the nature of this project, which will be given after the raffle ends. Also, an hour-and-a-half class with me on receiving the gift that being the gift of you contributes to the world. Yeah, figure that out with your head. So Today, and we have all kinds of other prizes. And it's so funny to say the word prizes, but that's a weird word in my head. But we have all kinds of other things that you can win as a result of this raffle. And what we're doing is using it to fund this project. And the grand prize is a $350,000 share in El Lugar. Now, as part of that, you can stay at the resort for 2 weeks out of the year. But not only that, you have a share in the profits of this resort in perpetuity, which is another one of the things that we did differently. We asked people to participate in this, contribute to this, but also not just for a quote-unquote timeshare, not just for a place to stay, but also as a participation. If the resort does well, you actually do well and do better too. So, if you know anybody who might be interested, the raffle tickets are $100 if you don't have one. You can go to l-lugar.com/raffle, and the grand raffle will be held in the end of July. May, June, July. That's the month that comes after June. Okay, got it. Okay, so that will be at the end of July. So there is still plenty of time. Today, though, we're giving away 3 prizes, and I'm so freaking excited. It's so cool. One is a session with Dr. Anthony Mattis, and I've been working with that man for the last many years, and he has an ability to contribute to you and make your life a lot happier and help you change things really dynamically. Another one is a year-long program with my dear friend Simone Milicis, and she is amazing when it comes to having a joy with the business of your business and the business of creating your life. And so that's an amazing gift. And another one is the third prize for today, or you put them in whatever order you want, is a half-an-hour session with Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. I want to say something about a half-an-hour session with Gary Douglas. Okay? That's all I want to say. When I met him 23 years ago, I had just done one of my first Access classes, and I had a half-an-hour session with him, and it exploded my world. And it was one of those things, if you've ever had an experience of this is what I know should be possible. That's what I got. So that is the other prize for today's drawing. And this for me is so much fun because I love seeing people win these things and go like, oh my God, and then seeing what changes in their world afterwards. So without further ado, I do believe we're going to go to, are you going to be on camera or are we just going to do it on the screen? We're going to do it on the screen. Okay, kids, we have 3,000 entries so far. I would really like to have 30,000. Okay, or maybe 100,000, whatever, I'm okay with, So if we could get to that, can I just ask for one thing for all of you in the room and all of you watching around the world? Would you be willing to just contribute a tiny little bit of energy to us being able to fund this completely with the raffle? Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9, shorts, boys, po-bads, and beyonds, which is something called a clearing statement. If you want a way to change your life, go to theclearingstatement.com and you can listen to that. And it's free. Okay, without further ado, prize number 1. Woo! Yay! It's happening. It's on its way. The drawing has started. Woo! You're like, maybe I could hum music like in Jeopardy. Do, do, do. Wait, do, do. No, I can't even get it in my head. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We have tested this 9 times. 9 times it has been tested. And it worked all of those times. but you know how it is when you go to do it live in front of the world. I can only think that's probably how, no, I'm not going to say it. I was just thinking that's probably how strippers feel. You know, it's okay to get naked, you know, at home in front of the mirror, but then when the world is watching, you know, powered by Random Picker. Okay, we're almost there. This is almost happening. If that doesn't work, I'm going to pick a number out of my hat, and we'll see who has it. Are we ready? We're ready. I'm going to have Jeopardy music next time. Hey. Okay. Woo! Woo! Go, baby, go! Woo! Did she? Wow! Okay. That's awesome. Somebody in the room won. Is that you? That's so great. Next. 30-minute session with Mr. Gary Douglas. Woo! Woo! Diana Weinfurtova. Yay! Wow! Wow! Wow, if we're ever having another raffle, you should get in the room, apparently. That's awesome. Okay, well, that was fun and exciting. One more time, congratulations! Woo! That was great. And I don't know if you saw the picture of Gary, but he looked very excited to be doing it. You know, like, that's a man who's happy to give a session. You see what I'm saying? Well, beautiful people, thank you very much for joining us. We will be in touch soon to let you know when the next raffle is. And we'll probably test that one 20 times, and it'll still take a few minutes, but that's the way that works. If you want to check it out, you can go to l-lugar.com/raffle. And also, you can go there and check out some of the stuff we're doing to actually build it. You can see pictures of it. And we would just love you to be engaged with this energetically, because what a gift it is to have you involved. So thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye. Woo! Please click the QR code above.